Hi, dear students. I am Instructor Waliyat from Edubbey Global Solutions. Today, I'll be walking us through characteristics of living organisms. The slides are quite concise and easy to understand. I hope you stay glued to the end of the session. I've also attached some past questions at the end of the video. Happy viewing. Characteristics of living organisms. Living organisms show the following characteristics to differentiate them from non living organisms. The first characteristic is respiration. Living organisms respire. Irritability, that is sensitivity to the environment, which bring about some movement. Nourishment, they nourish themselves. Growth and development. Excretion, living organisms excrete, they reproduce. Now, starts with respiration, which is the first characteristics, is the chemical reaction that breaks that break down nutrient molecules in living cells to release energy for metabolism. The form of respiration that releases the most energy uses oxygen. Many organisms have gaseous exchange system that supply their cells with oxygen from the environment. Irritability or sensitivity. This is the ability to detect or sense changes in the internal or external environment and make appropriate responses. The changes are called stimuli. The responses always involve movement, that is, an action by an organism or part of an organism causing a change of position or place. A picture is shown on the right hand side to show the response of some sunflowers to the sun. Nutrition. This is the taking in of materials of energy, growth, and development. Plants require light, carbon dioxide, water, and ions to make their food through the process of photosynthesis. But animals require organic substances, water, to obtain their food. That is ready made and eaten by them. Growth and development. Growth is the process by which an organism changes in size and in form. For example, a young animal increases in size. The relative sizes of its body parts also change. It results from the growth normally results from the increase in cell number and size. Growth is a permanent increase in size and dry mass. The second to the last characteristics is excretion, which is the removal of toxic materials from organisms. Waste products of metabolism and substances that are in excess of requirement are removed through this process. Reproduction. We have two types of reproduction. We have asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. It is the process by that makes more of the same kind of organisms. That is the process that brings about new individuals. An organism may simply split into two, that is asexual reproduction, while reproduction may involve more complex processes such as fertilization as sexual reproduction. In conclusion, the listed characteristics can be remembered using the word ringer. Another characteristic of living organisms is variation. Variation shows that offsprings are often different from their parents and each other. This is important in the process of adaptation and variation itself. Now, moving to the questions that I have attached to this. The This question is from Cambridge and it's a Cambridge question. This diagram is showing us, this setup is showing us a test tube containing pond water. The green color is caused by microorganisms that have chloroplast. So we are asked which characteristics of living organisms is shown by this setup. The obvious answer is movement, nutrition, and sensitivity, because it shows that microorganisms are feeding, they are also responding to their environment, and is also which brings about movement. This is another question. It says which process uses energy released in respiration. Like I said initially, that the characteristics are linked to each other. The process that uses energy released in respiration is growth of organism. Another question to look at is which statement about reproduction is correct. If you look at all the options here, the most appropriate option is D. That is, some organisms reproduce asexually and sexually. The last question to look at here is what is the characteristics of all living organisms? Looking at breathing, it might be confusing because the word used there was not breathing but respiration. That is close to one of the characteristics, but the correct answer here is sensitivity. Thanks for your time.